Hi, it's Kevin May in the PhocusWire studio. Delighted to be joined by Andres Collart. You're the CEO of Trip Ninja, so thank you very much for joining us in our studio here. So talk us through a minute or so what Trip Ninja actually is, and then we'll kind of go on from there.
Sure. So at Trip Ninja, we have two sides of the business.
Yeah.
One is what we've historically been focusing on, which is multi-city flights. Basically, we work with travel providers that are offering flights, use their content to provide cheaper multi-city flights. We do it a few different ways, but it's about split ticketing, it's about rearranging the order, and all of this is metasearch compatible stuff that we're working with the online agencies with to increase margins and increase conversions.
Okay.
We then revenue share with them.
Yeah.
Now, the newer side is, as part of the multi-city side, we have a revenue management system that determines what the right markup should be for every trip. Now, when talking with online travel agencies, they said, can you do that, but for one-ways and round trips? So that's where the next side was born, where we've started to do dynamic markups for online travel agencies, where we take into account all the cost streams, all of the revenue streams, and determine what the right markup should be to maximize profit.
Okay, so that sounds a pretty complicated thing to do, right?
It's a lot of math involved.
Right, okay. Okay, so it's complicated, there's a lot of math, and it's a technical challenge, but what about from a business model challenge with the people that you're talking to? What kind of questions are they asking of you when they're saying, okay, let's talk to the Trip Ninja folk?
Yeah, so on the multi-city side, there's, how do we work together, right? Well, from a technical side, we just use your content. So all the bookings are taking place through your GDS systems, through your low-cost carriers, enhancing your relationships with them, because those bookings are flowing through you. And then there aren't really any upfront costs. It's really about, let's create a partnership and work together on this. Okay.
And so you had the old, I don't really want to call it the old thing, but you now got the new thing. So what was the decision to do the next? Was it a logical next step to introduce these other elements?
Well, it was a logical next step to basically take that revenue management system that we've created for multi-city and say, hey, this is useful for more people than just those selling multi-city. Let's spin that off and create its own standalone service for that, right? Okay. We've already got the expertise on that side. Might as well leverage it.
Okay, so we've done a bit about the product. Now let's talk about the company itself. So when was it formed? How many founders? All those kind of things.
Sure. So we founded it technically in 2015. Okay. We really went full-time into the business mid-2017. We're 4 founders that have created this business. Now we're up to 11 people. We've raised a couple rounds of funding. We're raising another round next year. It's really about, right now, let's integrate as many travel providers as we can. Okay. We have 5 integrations ongoing right now. Yep. So it's ramp-up time, essentially, for the business.
And how have you found, being a startup, you're 4 years in, you said, so 2015, how have you found the community that you're operating in? And I don't mean in a fluffy way. I mean, is it sometimes challenging trying to work with partners who they want some more kind of proof that you're actually doing well, those kind of issues?
There's a lot of validation that people need to move forward with a new technology. Yeah. So that presents itself in longer sales cycles, and can we try this? Can we benchmark versus that? We're happy to benchmark with anyone, right? To really provide that proof and show, hey, this is how we can improve your multi-city.
Okay. And so you said you've raised a couple of rounds so far. You are about to raise another one, I think you said. So how do you approach funding, and what kind of conversations do you get back from investors? Because they do change over time, don't they? So as you go through the next rounds, what are the kind of questions you're getting from investors now? You've got a couple of years under your belt, you've had 2 rounds, you're going to get your third. What kind of questions do you get?
Well, in the initial rounds, it was, can you prove this product? Can you make sure that an online travel agency can make more money off it? That's done. Yeah. Now it's more about how quickly can you scale? Yeah. What are the next 6, 12, 18 months look like from a sales perspective, and how do you blow up the business, essentially?
And what do the next 6, 12, 18 months sales prospects look like?
So right now it's about getting more sales channels. Right now, for example, we have for multi-city on offline agents, we're just launching so that we can very quickly onboard an offline agency in about 2-3 days.
Okay.
That needs to improve to all of the GDSs, because right now it's only with one GDS that we can do that. On the API side, we have the GDSs, but it's about improving that side, and then really just doing more sales trips and more conferences like this.
Which isn't a bad thing, of course.
Which is not a bad thing.
Okay, right. Andres Collart, thank you very much. CEO of Trip Ninja, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.